From a technology perspective, I have found over the years that background doesn't matter. Technology spans across every different field, and there are a lot of things that you can learn from one field that then translate to other fields, and especially things that you take that are efficiencies that you learn in one field, and then you say, hey, wow, I can apply these efficiencies to another field. And so that's a lot of what happened with me. I worked in multiple different software companies, from healthcare, recruiting, retail, construction, trucking, and wedding industries before I came to immigration law.
Wow, that's a lot of experience that brought with you. So, I mean, was there any hesitation of coming? Because I was talking to another lawyer this morning, and they're like, they were a corporate lawyer, then they got to immigration. They're like, immigration is completely different than what I thought it was. How was your shock when you learned about how the hot dog's really made?
Yeah, I think the hesitation for coming from me was more of making that leap from working for software companies to going to work for a law firm, and wondering, like, can a law firm really build software? Well, it was up to me to make it happen. And so the answer is absolutely yes, right? We've built proprietary software and done it just like a software company. That's how we operate now. And I think that's the best model to follow after. But for immigration specifically, it was surprising to learn a couple things. Number one, how much is still paper-based, and just still trying to, get away from that and to make things more electronic and enable more automation. And number two, just how many nuances there were, how much strategy is actually involved. This is not just one simple rote process where the same thing works for every case. It truly requires strategy and smart people behind the scenes to work with effective technology to deliver an end product that's great.
Definitely. The technology, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but I just remember I went to a marriage immigration interview on Wednesday, and they have this thing where they scan the paper file that I send them, or if everyone sends them. And the people in the mailroom that go and then scan it, they just throw it in there. So the officer was reviewing it, they were like, oh, the scans all over the place. So it took her twice as long just trying to find documents on her screen because everything's going digital. And I'm like, their digital systems still have problems. We got to fix that up. But I'm kind of jumping ahead in our conversation. But so when you start working with Bow, did they already have a system already in place, or did you come from scratch and build design from the ground up?
Yes and yes, right. So BAL kind of led the way in systems. I think the first system BAL started to build was back in 1998. Wow. And so it's old hat for BAL to have technology behind the scenes, and really technology leading the way. But whenever I came in at the end of 2016, we had embarked on building our new case management system that's in place today. And so, yes, we built that new one. We launched it. We, took the huge undertaking of migrating all the clients from the old software system to the new one. And we're really making an effort today to build our software in a way that we can always keep up with the times and stay ahead of the times, so we never have to build a new system again. We've got an ever-evolving technology system that's always keeping up behind the scenes now.
That's an interesting thing you said. You don't want to redo the whole thing. It's flexible enough software where the changes that come, you could kind of pivot with it.
Yeah, we do pivot with it. And it's not just about building new features on the front end that people get to use. That's, the cool thing that everybody always sees. But the really important part is under the hood. It's the architecture that you use. It's ensuring that things are scalable. It's ensuring that we're keeping up with the most up-to-date technology, not just like versions of technology being good, but actually saying, oh, we need to make a technology change here because this is the way of the future, and this is going to enable more in the future. So we're constantly doing that and making seamless changes behind the scenes that mature our product continually.